Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of Crota, and this is by Al Goingback. I believe this is Al Goingback's debut novel. I'm pretty sure that it is. Anyway, what the story is about is so at the beginning of the book, or near the beginning of the book, there are two bodies that are found along the side of the road, or kind of in the woods alongside the road or whatever. And they have been pretty much torn apart. I mean, it's pretty horrific. And so the local sheriff, his name is Skip. I can't remember his last name. I think it's Harding. But anyway, Skip, he figures, well, it must be a bear, all right? And the thing is, though, it's not a bear. It is a creature of Native American folklore known as the Crota. Now, for all intents and purposes, the way it's described in the book, it kind of does look like a bear, but it's a whole hell of a lot bigger and definitely a whole hell of a lot nastier than a bear. And this is a creature that, or not a creature, well, you could call it a creature if you want to, but it's more of a spiritual, kind of a spiritual entity more than anything, I would say. But this thing dates way back. We're talking about before, I think this thing dates even back to before time even began, all right? That's how ancient and old and evil that this thing, there's no doubt about it. This thing is just evil as evil can get, all right? But yeah, it's been a long time, but the thing is, it had been lying dormant. It had been kind of asleep or kind of trapped or something. And something happened and woke this creature up, and now it's just on this rampage through this town, all right? So this sheriff, he's kind of at wit's end about what to do. I mean, because he's never dealt with something like this before. Okay, so now you have two other characters, though. You have a character, his name is, I believe it's Jay Littlehawk, all right? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names here. I'm forgetting the names of stuff and everything. I'm sorry about that. It's been a couple of days or so since I read the book. But Jay is I believe he's like a game warden or a park ranger or something like that, but he's also Native American, and he's a shaman, okay? And he kind of realizes what's going on. He realizes that this creature is not a bear, that this is the Crota, you know. And he enlists the aid of this elderly, I believe it's his grandfather, but his elderly Native American gentleman. I believe his name is George Strong Eagle. And so they go to Skip and let him know, hey, this is what's going on. And Skip is part Native American. I believe he's about 1/4 Native American. I want to say Cheyenne, but he may be Creek. I can't remember which it is. But anyway, they basically teach Skip that he's got to let go of the things of the white man, all right? And he's got to embrace, he's got to learn how to let go of those things and just kind of work from within himself to be able to open his mind and open his eyes to this creature and what needs to be done about it before the body count just continues to rise higher and higher, okay? So that's pretty much the plot and the synopsis, or whatever you call it, of Crota. All right, so I'm going to say flat out, this one surprised me because I had heard so many good things about it, but I just kept skipping over it. And finally one day it came up on, I think it was BookBub or something, and it had these like the ebook bargains thing where you could buy it at a really cheaper price. And I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And then there's a book that I just finished reading. It's 150 something or other. I can't remember the name of it. You know what? I'm going to pull it up on my Kindle real fast here. I'll know the name of it, but it lists this book as one of the books. Let me find it here. Come on. My Kindle's slow. I apologize for that. No, let's go home there. All right. Oh, here we go. 150 exquisite horror books. And Crota was one of the books that was listed. I can't remember who chose it as one of the books, but that kind of piqued my interest as well. And I think a lot of the reason, and I hate to say this because it sounds kind of prejudiced or whatever, and I don't mean to be, because I don't want to be like that, but I think I was afraid that the Native American aspect of this story would bore me. And it was just exactly the opposite. I mean, I really enjoyed reading this. I don't know how much of the stuff that Owl wrote in the book is really true and stuff, or, how much it was based on actual Native American folklore. But I just got a huge kick out of reading this, and about just how how the Native Americans, how they approach things so much differently than the way we approach things, especially when it comes to nature and to folklore and things such as that. So that's one of the main reasons I really enjoyed this book. And of course, there's a lot of gore in this book too. I mean, it's not a tame book. It's a pretty damn gory book. I mean, so yeah, I got those two things playing for me and everything, and on Goodreads, and I gave it a 4-star rating on Goodreads, and I'm not really sure what stops me from giving it a 5-star rating. I don't think it's quite a 5-star rating for me, but it is definitely a strong 4, maybe even a 4.5-star rating. And like I said, it's a book that really surprised me. I really enjoyed every aspect of it, even though I was thinking that I'm not going to. And again, like I said, I know that sounds kind of prejudiced, and I don't mean to be like that. I am sorry for that. But yeah, this is it. That is my review of Crota, and that is by Al Goingback. And that's it. So you guys take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.